Hi, this is Callie Ackerman, and this is my biggest challenge video for MAT 885. I apologize for the hoarseness of my voice. I am losing it this week. First, I would like to talk to you about the biggest challenge that I feel like I am facing, or I will be facing next year, more of as a leader or a coach. The first is I have a vision for my entire district to start a digital citizenship curriculum, but how do I get everyone on board? So to make sure that everyone agrees with or is okay with what we're doing and also thinks that we need to have a digital citizenship curriculum, I first think that I need to share my vision and my research that I've done, so that when you share research and you have facts and information, I think people receive it better, and so I think that is the first thing that I need to do. I feel that ISTE standard coach for the Coaches Standards 3D follows this. Select, evaluate, and facilitate the use of adaptive and assistive technologies to support student learning. I have chosen a curriculum that I think that would benefit our school. And I have evaluated it. I would like to share it with others, and also gain support for, and this is support for students, but also for the teachers. My second answer would be to have a plan. Because we have done our professional development plan, I feel like I do have somewhat of a plan to implement this next year. So I would like to show the teachers and implement this plan next year. And it covers ISTE Standard 1D, implement strategies for initiating and sustaining technology innovations, and manage the change process in schools and classrooms. I plan on helping other teachers how to do this, so I feel like that goes with that standard. The next thing would be to have support teachers while I'm going through this plan. I feel like they would be way more receptive to this new idea and to decide to keep going with this in future years, as long as they have support from me. And I feel like I could do some training, and I could go and ask them questions and help them to feel like they are supported and that they can do what is being asked of them for teaching digital citizenship. And so I chose ISTE Standard C2A, which is coach teachers in and model design and implementation of technology enhanced learning experience, addressing content standards and student technology standards. And the great thing about the curriculum that I have, it does address the content standards and technology standards, and so that is also covered. And last, I think another way to keep people on board or get people on board is to lead by example. I need to model and promote, ISTE Standard 5C is the ISTE standard that I chose for this. Lead by example. Model and promote diversity, cultural understanding, and global awareness by using digital age communication and collaboration tools to interact locally and globally with students, peers, parents, and the larger community. I do feel like as long as I can show others what this digital citizenship curriculum can do and how it can help the students, how it can help the teachers, and also as well help parents and then the community as a whole, and I can use newsletters and things like that that can be sent home, that can be sent to other teachers, as well as community members if they are interested in this. I feel like I am covering that standard as well. Another challenge I feel like that I am going to need to continue facing is how can I continue keeping up with the ever-changing technology trends as a teacher. And for that, I feel like the first thing that I need to do is make sure that I establish the goals that I would like to do and have as a teacher. I feel like ISTE Standard, Educator Standard 1A covers this. set professional learning goals to explore and apply pedagogical approaches made possible by technology and reflect on their effectiveness. I know that our school can maybe have some problems, and what I need to do is I need to look at those problems with technology and figure out what maybe a solution could be. What are our school's strengths? What are their weaknesses? So that I can create a plan for myself and have goals for myself to improve my technology skills and to keep up with the changing technology. Another answer that I feel like for this continuing to keep up with the changing technology is to subscribe to websites, RSS feed, or newsletters. I feel like ISTE Standard E1C covers this to stay current with research that supports improved student learning outcomes, including findings from the learning sciences. All these websites here on the side are good RSS feeds from websites that have newsletters and send you emails and things. And I feel like if I have an email, I am way more apt to look at it than I would have to if I would go out and just do the research. So I really would like to sign up for these. I have signed up for some already, and I am receiving newsletters, which is nice to keep me updated with what's coming up in the technology world. And then another answer that I have to keep up with the technology is use social media. I feel like ISTE Standard 1C covers this. Stay current with research that supports improved student learning outcomes, including findings from the learning sciences, which is the same as the last one. Facebook and Twitter, I don't have the Twitter account yet, but I do have Facebook, and if I can like certain things about technology, or I subscribe to certain Facebook websites, I feel like that would show up on my Facebook feed, and then I would be more apt to look at it too. As it's kind of like what I was talking about with subscribing to the websites and the newsletters. So it's just one more thing that will keep popping up to remind me of all the things that are changing and that are new that I can use. Another way to do this would be to do some more professional development. I know I just got my I'm getting my master's. I'm in the process, but online classes or doing some in-services would also help. I think if I would like to go into something specific like apps or something like that, I could find an in-service or maybe a class that would teach about those things, and then I would get better at those skills. And one more thing is surrounding myself with other people who are techies. This is ISTE E4A. Dedicate planning time to collaborate with colleagues to create authentic learning experiences and that leverage technology. I do have some coworkers, some friends, and maybe I could use some of you classmates also to help me stay up to date and get some answers on how to use certain things that I haven't used yet. And then I also could ask my students, which would collaborating and co-learning with students to discover and use new digital resources and diagnose, troubleshoot technology issues. I know students have found certain apps or things that would really help them, and they could always introduce them to me. I could also ask them if they've ever heard of certain apps or websites that they use or I would like to use, and see what they know about them, or if there are certain tools that they have used. I know students a lot of times know more than teachers do, so asking them is another good resource. And lastly, thinking out of the box and keeping an open mind. This goes with ISTE Standard E6D, model and nurture creativity and creative expression to communicate ideas, knowledge, or connections. I know this seems like fairly obvious that we need to keep an open mind, but making sure that we develop objectives, but not just using technology, but we use them for a reason, and not to just keep myself in a box saying this is just how we're going to use it. I'm just going to use it for, or because I have it, I'm going to use it for a certain reason, and making sure that I am doing an effective method on content delivery and not just doing the traditional thing all the time. I need to keep myself open to new ideas like the blended learning and things like that. Here are my references, and I thank you for watching my biggest challenge video. I hope these answers will help me stay up to date on technology, and also help me in the future with my new endeavor of trying to get my entire district to work with me and get a digital citizenship curriculum started in our district. Thank you for watching.